Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Michael from zeeworld.tv.com. If you're new to our channel, make sure to kindly hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that whenever we post any new videos, you'll be one of the first people to get updated on our new videos. And make sure to kindly leave a like on this video, which will give us more motivation to make such videos. Without any further delay, let's get straight into this video. Make sure to stay tuned up to the end of this video.
Unfortunate love written episode update. Rishi and Paro on the way to save Lakshmi. The episode starts with Ranjit taking Lakshmi out and takes her in the car. He says it seems like he is like her past lover or husband. Rishi comes to the car, but Ranjit drives off before the former could see Lakshmi's face. Malishka comes to Rishi. Rishi asks Malishka how did she come here, and asks if she came here through detective, and asks her to call him. She calls him and asks where Ranjit can take Lakshmi. The detective says let him find out and call her. Rishi tells that he has to find Lakshmi else Paro and her life will be ruined. Malishka tells Rishi that she will help him. Rishi goes to Paro. Paro asks where is her mother. Rishi says Ranjit took her and tells that he will save her. Malishka says she will come with him. He says if we are together then I will never get Lakshmi and says we have to separate. He asks Malishka to go to PS as Paro's Masi went there. Malishka says okay. Ranjit calls his friend Vijay of other village. Vijay says there is a speculation about you in my village about what he did on Holika Dahan. Ranjit asks him not to lecture him and asks him who is in the house. Vijay says he and his wife. Ranjit asks him to keep the house vacated and don't let anyone come, as he is bringing Lakshmi there. Vijay says no and tells that all the villagers in his village is searching teacher and she is very popular in his village. He asks him not to bring her there. Ranjit threatens to expose his illicit affair if he don't help him and asks him to arrange Pundit to get the marriage done. Rowan comes to Neelam and tells her that Dad saved Paro. Neelam asks about Rishi. Rowan says Dad called Anushka. Rishi is on the way with Paro, and they see all the possible places. Paro tells him whatever happened on Holika Dahan night and that Ranjit tried to take rounds with her, and she stopped as her foot got injured. Rishi thinks same thing happened with him also. Neelam asks Anushka. Anushka tells her the truth and tells everything. Neelam gets worried and angry on Paro and Lakshmi. Ranjit brings Lakshmi to Vijay's house and asks him to bring Pundit. His wife asks Ranjit not to do this. Ranjit asks her not to tell this. Avinash's father comes to Ayush's cabin and finds him missing. Neelam tells Anushka that accidents used to happen with Rishi, and she gets worried. She tells that Malishka went there to support Rishi, as she loves him a lot. Avinash and Karishma come home and tell that Ayush went somewhere. Anushka says he must have went behind Rishi. Ayush comes to the peas. Anushka calls him and asks where is he. Ayush tells that he came to Gurdaspur. Karishma scolds him and asks why did he go there. Ayush says I came to help Rishi. Karishma says you went to save Paro and says she is Shalbaz. Ayush asks her not to call her with such names and asks her to scold him when he comes home. Shalu is in the PS still. The police officer calls senior officer and tells him about the girl's Masi coming there and tells that 2 people are still in the goons' captivity. Shalu asks them to come with her, but Inspector refuses. Shalu snatches the gun, aims at them and asks them to come with her. Inspector says we have talked to senior officer and asks her to wait. Shalu tells that she will go alone with their gun and is about to leave from there. Ayush is coming there. The inspector says senior officer is going to save Lakshmi and Mr. Oberoi. Shalu says I did wrong by wasting my time here. Now, I will go alone to save D and Mr. Oberoi. She says nobody shall come behind me. Paro asks Rishi if they will save her ma. Rishi asks her to think positive, and then good things will happen with us. Paro says even Ma used to say this, and tells that she gets power from somewhere, and she wins. She asks if my Ma, Lakshmi teacher taught you this. Paro telling Rishi that he talks like her mom, and asks if her mom means Lakshmi teacher taught him this. Rishi murmurs that his Lakshmi taught him this. Paro says I couldn't hear. Rishi says nothing. They come to the place and find the line made on the ground due to the petrol leak. Rishi tells that they shall follow the line. Paro asks if Ma will be found. Rishi says yes. They sit in the car. Paro tells Rishi that she will slap Ranjit uncle, that he will never look at Ma again. Rishi says, will you slap him? Paro says yes. But you have to help him. Bend down in front of me so that I can slap him. Rishi says even I would have done the same if I was on your place. Paro says we both are same like father like daughter. Rishi says yes. He starts the car. Karishma is worried. Avanesh tells that everything will be fine. Karishma says you both didn't know how Rishi was in danger earlier. She tells that Malishka and Ayush also went there. Dottie comes there. Anushka says Ayush and Malishka also went there. Dottie says it is good, as Rishi will save Paro with their help. Karishma goes on blaming Lakshmi, then Paro and her mother, and calls them inauspicious. Dottie tells that she was doing job, and tells that earlier Lakshmi used to save Rishi, and tells that even now wherever Lakshmi is, she will help Rishi. Ranjit talks to the goon, and comes to know that Rishi fled. Zamindar comes there and slaps him. He asks Ranjit to flee from there, and says police must be coming here at any time. Ranjit tells that he is doing this for him, so that he gets the land, and he takes revenge for his insult. Zamindar says you are doing this for me, and I was getting angry on you. He says he will get his marriage done, and that's why Pandit Ji is not needed. Pandit Ji comes there and finds Ranjit's car petrol leaking, and ignores the matter. Ranjit asks his father to go home and distract police when they come there, and asks them to tell that he doesn't know about him. His father says he will fool police and asks Ranjit to marry. Vijay goes to bring the Pandit as doorbells rings. Pandit Ji comes and greets them. Zamindar asks him to do the marriage nicely. He hugs Ranjit and goes. Ranjit asks Pandit Ji why he has so much stuff. He says he always carries so much stuff. Ranjit says Lakshmi will be mine in some time. Shalu says, I have to go to save D. The lady constables hold her hands. The sub-inspector tells Shalu that she is dangerous and might shoot Ranjit just as she sees. The lady constable calls her mad. Shalu asks them to understand being a woman. Ayush comes there and tells the sub-inspector that he wants to file missing complaint for Rishi, Malishka, and Paro. The sub-inspector tells that the girl has filed the complaint too, and aimed gun at me. Ayush couldn't see Shalu as lady constable gives water to her, and tells her that senior officer went to save Lakshmi. Shalu thinks she shall leave. She runs out of the PS, and collides with Malishka. They don't see each other's faces. Malishka thinks she didn't say sorry. Ranjit asks Vijay's wife to bring Lakshmi. Vijay's wife brings Lakshmi for marriage. Rishi reaches the place, and tells Paro that Lakshmi is inside. He says I am coming Lakshmi. Avanesh tells that he shall also go. Karishma says no, and tells that Rishi must have called commissioner by now. Neelam tells Karishma that she feels that since Paro and her mother came here, Rishi started taking the risks, and tells that she shall talk to Pandit Ji to inquire if Rishi's dash is risen again. She calls Pandit Ji. Pandit Ji says he is near and will come there. Lakshmi in unconscious state takes Rishi's name. She opens her eyes and sees Ranjit. Ranjit asks her to sit for marriage. Lakshmi tries to run, but Ranjit's goons come there. Shalu comes to the place and searches for Paro. Rishi requests Paro to hide somewhere as he can't take her inside. Shalu calls Rishi and Paro picks the call and tells her that she is with Dad, and tells that they have come to the place where Ranjit has taken Ma. Ranjit asks Vijay's wife to bring Lakshmi. She refuses and goes. Vijay also don't want to support Ranjit. Ranjit blackmails him and asks him to go. He then looks at Lakshmi. Precap. Lakshmi reminds Ranjit of what she said, and says don't force a woman else she will become the avatar of Shakti. He says you will become just mine. Rishi tells Paro that he will not let anything happen to her mother. Paro says save yourself and my mother. Pandit Ji tells Neelam that there is a danger on Rishi's life. more dangerous than earlier. Neelam asks him to tell the solution to save him. Pundit G says the same person can save him who has saved him until now. Rishi comes there.